race car has a soul, and the Audi 90 Quattro had a very special soul. When we came to the States with this car, nobody could believe what we can achieve with this car. Small engine, 5-cylinder. It's a German saloon car. We knew that we can only win the race by using all the car has.
Now the green flag is out. And here we go.
The 5-cylinder engine was it was a jewel. It was lighter and it was more compact. You put your foot on the throttle and we could use the power instantly.
the NASCAR Nationwide Series when it was known as the Busch Series from 1988 to 1992. The 1992 winner and the winner of the very last race was at that time, a very young Bobby Labonte. So this track definitely does have some history to it. And tonight, the stars of XCAL Racing will be tearing it up here on the Brazelton Shore track. A little information about tonight's race. The fuel cap is set to 24%. Drivers are not allowed to start with a full tank of fuel. That fuel cap of 24% equals roughly 5.3 gallons of gas, which brings into a fuel window of 60 to 70 laps during green flag runs. That way makes it a little bit more competitive and ensures that the drivers will be at least hitting pit road at least 3, maybe 4 times during the thing. Tire wear, though, normally is not an issue. In street stocks, because street stocks typically do not have full-time pit crews, the tires are able to hold up for the duration of the run. So don't expect to see any drivers taking tires during this race. XCAL, one of the rules, they do not allow resets or quick repair. So if you end up in the wall or with a smashed front end, you are not given a reset. And the wave around rules for this series, during a yellow, if the top 5 cars in the stand
Testing your playback sound system.
Rules to note about the XCAL Racing Series. On starts and restarts, drivers cannot change their lanes until after they pass the start-finish line. If a driver does make a pass before the start-finish line, you will see them be black flagged immediately. There is also a three-strike rule. XCAL wants to ensure that drivers race cleanly and that it's not a complete caution fest. So there is a 3-strike rule. If any driver causes 3 strikes or 3 accidents in the course of the race, they are black flagged from the event. A couple of drivers actually will start this race with 1 strike. XCAL also requires its members to race at least 100 laps of practice before jumping in. You can't just jump into the race and get going, but you need to actually practice. So XCAL requires their members to practice. So there are a handful of drivers who have failed to do that, and we'll be starting this race with 1 strike. We'll learn about those as the race goes on. In addition, drivers who lead a lap will receive 6 points in the championship battle. We have an exciting championship battle right now between Mark Arthur and Michael Cozy Jr. Unfortunately, due to the fact that tonight is the night before holiday, Mark Arthur will be in the race. He does, in fact, have a substitute driver who is racing for points for him, and we will learn more about him as the night goes on as well. But you get 6 laps for leading, or 6 points for leading a lap. The top 3 most laps led get 15, 10, and 5 apiece. The fastest lap of the race also gets 6 points. The hard charger, that is the person who gains the most spots from last to first, that isn't a penalized driver, will also receive 6 points, and also a cash bonus for winning the hard charging award as well. And by the way, those drivers are Dustin Adams, Luke Turpin, Kyle Sisko, Philip Rowe, and Randy Gerard are the 5 drivers that will be penalized to start the race. So as mentioned before, in XCAL, drivers have to qualify for these races. This is not just a join and drive series. XCAL runs a series of 5 heats. They run 2 heats on Tuesday, 2 heats on Wednesday, and 1 heat at 3 o'clock today just before the race. The top 5 drivers from those heats qualified their way in to the race. And then at 5 o'clock, if you were not one of those drivers who did not qualify your way in, you are given an opportunity to race your way in the last chance provisional. That normally occurs at 5 o'clock to race. So these guys have had a tremendous amount of experience. And in addition to the practice time they're getting here, most of the drivers, like I said, without the ones that have not run the 100 laps, have put some pretty fast, or pretty substantial lap times down and have increased their speeds at least a second from when they started earlier in the week. Couple other things, as I mentioned earlier, we have a couple substitute drivers. Jeff Ramsdell is substituting for Mark Arthur, so the familiar number 12 of Mark Arthur will actually be driven by Jeff Ramsdell. And then also the 03 of Richard Holiday driver Case Brinksma, hopefully I'm saying that right, Case Brinksma will be substituting for the 03. Which, for those that are following along with their XCAL Rivals bracket, you will know that it is actually Mark Arthur against Richard Holiday this week in the first matchup. And due to the fact that Richard Holiday finished 3rd and Mark Arthur finished 9th last week on the road course, due to the fact that neither driver is showing up, even though they can earn, their substitute drivers can earn championship points, the sub-drivers cannot earn points in Rivals. So if you are holding a ticket with Richard Holiday as your winner over Mark Arthur, he is through. In addition, the other 3 XCAL Rivals matchups this week, we have Aaron Hillebush taking on Alex Crapster. Aaron Hillebush finished 17th last week, and Alex Crapster finished 28th on the road course. We have Aaron Keith against Ryan Borges. Aaron Keith finished 10th, Ryan Borges finished 5th, so Aaron will have to beat Ryan Borges by about 6 spots. And then the 2 teammates going head-to-head, Michael Cozy against Spencer Preet. Spencer Preet won the road course race, and Cozy finished 4th. So Cozy would have to beat Preet by 4 positions this week for Cozy to move on. And I know most people are rooting for Cozy to move on, as that's who they have in their bracket. So that is your XCAL Rivals update for this week. We'll keep you updated on that as the race goes along as well.
On top of the board is the 27 of Spencer Preet with a 15.247 seconds in warm-ups. Position number 2 is the 88 of Michael Cozy Jr. Third spot is Case with a 15.399. Position number 4 is the 13 of Dustin Adams with a 15.408. Position number 5, the 23 of Stephen Wheaton with a 15.411 seconds.
And rounding out your top 10 is the 00 of P.D. Zeller, the 15.462. Ryan Borges, as mentioned before, comes in with a 15.476. Sai Andra is making his return to XCAL. This is his second race back after a long absence. Is here with a 15.49. David Nannon comes in with a 15.493, and Aaron Keith rounds out our top 10 with a 15.497, and those are your practice speeds. right, so with 8 minutes to go in practice, I caught up with the person I was just speaking a little bit about. He's back for a second race in what seems like forever, Cy Andra. Cy, tell us a little bit about what it's like to be back here in XCAL and your first oval race.
It's definitely a different experience from last week because oval and road are two completely different beasts to tame, but it feels good to be back. I just need to get some rhythm in the car. Definitely getting heat in these tires is an important part in the race. And tire strategy is going to be largely the same from last race. I learned a lot from what Spencer did, so I'm probably not going to be changing tires. But yeah, getting the set down, getting the car to feel right, getting it to roll through the corner correctly, because these turns are longer than the ones we usually have. So it's going to be a lot about the set and throttle control here.
I was just going to ask you that. What things do you have to relearn? Because I know a lot of you were kind of at an advantage jumping in last week because you hadn't driven ovals for the longest time, so the road course was kind of fresh for you. But now that you've spent so long working on that road course and practicing the road course, now you're back in an oval. What did you have to relearn? What things did you have to change?
Definitely, because the turns here are so much longer. You really have to hit your marks, well, with more precision than you would have to do in a road course. Because here you really have to get the throttle and brake inputs right, because you're trail braking a lot more than you would on a road course. So breaking down into the corner, getting the car to rotate, and getting that exit. The exit's a really big thing here, because if you don't get the exit right, people will just slide up under you, and defending is really hard from there. So the key to keep people behind you is to get the center right and get your exit right.
Speaking of behind you, unfortunately, unlike your teammates who are starting up front, a lot of people are going to be in front of you. Do you have any strategy for trying to make your way through up the field? You going to work with your teammates a little bit to see if they can help reel you up? What strategies do you have in that?
Well, my strategy so far is going to be laying back for the first 100 laps or so, because largely it's going to be positioned by attrition for the first part of the race. But really, there isn't going to be that much strategy. I'm just going to ride along for a little bit, see where I can get positioned, but I'm not going to take too many risks because this is going to be a very long race.
300 laps. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there, and we'll check in with you a little bit later on during the race and see how far you've moved up.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Alright, as we run down, we got about less than 4 minutes to race time here. We got Spencer Preet is still leading the way in practice. We got Michael Cozy second. Case Springsma still up in third. Stephen White in fourth, and Jeff Ramsdell was sixth. Yes, Jeff Ramsdell was sixth. Justin Adams moved up to fourth there as I was speaking. So once again, that is your top five is Preet, Cozy, Brinksma, Adams, and Wetton with about 4 minutes till we take the green flag. About a minute and a half left to go. Your top 5 has changed. Your top 5 has changed just slightly. We got Spencer Preet, Michael Cozy, Dustin Adams now is up to 3rd, Case Brinksma 4th, and Stephen Wetton is 5th. Jeff Ramsdell has dropped down to 6th. And I also want to give a shout out down to 20th place, and the number 52 is a new driver to XCAL making his debut this evening, Jeremy C. Poole. This is his very, very first race, and he is already faster than a 6 or so XCAL drivers, so that's a very, very good start for him.
Welcome, race fans. We're going to watch a 300-lap race here tonight at Lanier. Brought to you by Trailer Made Brands. The XCAL Street Stock Race event here is about to get underway here. My name's Nick Lockard up here in the booth with LSRTV. It should be a very exciting event here. Short track racing is going to really show the skills of these drivers, being up on the wheel, avoiding the wrecks. We're going to watch a lot of bumping and banging. Very excited here to get underway. Looks like the drivers are getting to their cars and we're about to go under a 2-lap warm-up before we get the green flag here tonight.
And Nick, here's our qualifying results. Starting on the pole, we have Michael Cozy Jr. Second, we have Spencer Preet. Starting 3rd is Ryan Borges. Starting 4th is John Batista. Starting 5th is Aaron Keith. Number 6 is P.D. Zeller in the 00. Number 7 is Travis Brown. Number 8 is Brandon Cruz. Amon Sevius. Starting 9th is Christopher Moody. And starting 10th in the 21 is David Nannon. Starting 11th, the number 7 of Rod Weston. And 12th is the 89 of Daniel Smallwood. 13th is the driver we interviewed just a little minute ago, the 24 of Sai Andra. 14 is the 23 of Stephen Wetton. 15th is the number 70 of William Perry. 16th is the new XCAL driver, Jeremy C. Poole. 17th is Randy Hefner in the 73. 18th is Derek Colson in the number 5. 19 is a substitute driver, Jeff Ramsdell, substituting for Mark Arthur, and he is fast. Watch him move up very quickly. And 20th is Alex Crapster in the 74. And then we have Aaron Hillebush, Case Brinksma, Dustin Adams, Luke Turpin, Randy Gerard, and Elliott Leach rounding up the field as we like to go 1/2 lap to take the green flag.
Thank you for that update there, Paul. Paul's going to be our pit road analyst here, calling the shots here as drivers make their way down to pit road. 300 laps here, about to go. Pace cars in, green flag in the air, and we're live. 88 still on the inside, taking the lead, making their way into turn 1. 27's on the outside, looking to dive on the inside here to follow single file. Very short track racing here, action-packed. We're looking for probably, we're going to say about lap 75 to 90. We're going to see pit stops coming in play. Making their way out of turn 4, 88, 27, and 32. Round out the top 3 here. And looks like we already have a caution. We will get a replay for you guys in just a minute here as we sort out the field and see exactly what happened.
The 7 car was involved in that one on the apron. Looks like the 70 car hit the 24, and then the 24 hit the 7, and then the 7 car spun around.
As you guys can see with the replay there, there's not a whole lot of room here. Things happen very fast. It's just a product of short track racing. Doesn't look like it was intentional. Just everyone's got a give and take here early on. Still a long way to go here within this race.
And I can tell you from the start here, I actually ran some practice laps with these guys earlier, and it is really, really easy to do what Rod Weston just did there, looping it around. It's very difficult to keep them straight when you bump fenders with the car there on the side.
Yeah, it's still very early on. These tires have to get up the temperature here, get up the pressure so they can start really getting into it. Right now, it's going to be like driving on ice. Hopefully these drivers can get through this, get their nerves calmed down, and hopefully we'll see a long green flag around here as the lights go off on the pace car.
We were 1 to green. I just want to update you really quick. Both Steven Wetton and Rod Weston were given EOL penalties for that, bringing out the yellow. And XCAL, the driver determined to bring out the yellow, is the one who is given an EOL. If it cannot be determined, then both drivers are sent to the rear of the field.
And it looks like they went ahead and put an extra lap on the pace car here. We've got the lights back on here, giving time for the drivers to get caught back up. All right, looks like the 5's coming back out on pit road here, just in front of the pace car as the lights go off, as we have them double file it back up here for the restart.
Try to catch up with him in a second, see what the deal is.
Pace car's coming in this time.
And the pace car makes the left. And the green flag is back out in the air as the 88 jumps the gun here and stays out in front here as they make their way into turn 1. We've got the 27, looks to be clear on the inside. He's going to dive back down to the bottom there, followed by the 32 and the 39. Around the corner they come. Out of turn 3 they go. And the 4, single file, back on through the top 10 here.
Just to update you really quick, the number 5 there, Derek Olson, received some front end damage as he was pacing, and that's why he needed a pit to get some front end damage worked on.
Looks like the 27 of Spencer is making a move to the inside. We're going to get a new leader here if he can clear him. Down the backstretch to go into turn number 3. And he clears him. New leader out front here, making their way down to lap number 11, number 27. Still single file on back. 27, 88, 32, and 39 round out the top 4 there. Looks like the 44 got a little tight there coming off at 3, and he's going to lose a position here to the 33. Right now, the top 10 drivers here looking very smooth. They're really giving a lot of room for everyone, not running over everyone here as they make their way into turn number 1. Still out front, 27.
To me, it looks like the 88 is catching the leader.
Looking on back of the pack here, we've got 2 wide back in 12th and 13th. There's a really strong battle going here. So far, everyone's keeping it clean, looking possibly 3 wide with the 52. Nope, he checks up and gives them plenty of room. Still a long way to go here in this race. Looks like the 55's caught on the outside here as they're going to be freight training them on the inside. Everyone single file nose to tail clear on back through the top 13 here. Lap traffic's going to start to come up here in the picture at the 27. We'll see how he's able to negotiate the traffic coming down out of turn number 4. Looks like the lap traffic coming up here is definitely racing very hard. Still 2 wide on back here. They realize the leaders are coming and they got to start moving if they want to stay on the lead lap here.
And the 88 is catching the 27.
'88's looking to the inside here, going into turn number 1. 27's getting a little loose, but he still held on to it, clears him, pulls him by a car, getting in a 3.
Those are, remind the crowd, those are teammates fighting, so they won't be too rough on each other to start the race for sure.
I know it's always good to have a teammate behind you, especially when you know that at any moment you can get run over here. So they're going to probably just work together here, just keep ticking away these laps. Plenty of time to make a move here. Looks like the top four cars are starting to pull away, starting to form a couple different packs here. As these tires start to get wore out, we're going to start to see handling start to become an issue and start going away. Looks like the 33 may already be suffering from that, as 33 of Travis Brown sitting back in 5th. About a second and a half off 4th. 27 Spencer coming out of turn number 3 there, looking like he's about to be reaching some lap down traffic here. Hopefully his machine is hooked up to be able to make these passes here coming up on the slower cars. Into turn 3 they go. Travis still looking like he's dropping back further. That's Travis Brown in 33.
The 88 is kind of catching the 27 on this run with the lap traffic.
Yeah, Travis is running about a 10th and a half slower than the leader space right now.
Spencer's definitely getting it done, keeping it out in front here. He's making his way into turn 3, approaching that lap traffic now, as looks like most of the lap traffic is going ahead and single file themselves out. Looks like they're all sitting in for the long haul here. Plenty of time to go. Lap 28 just completed up on the board. I love 300 laps here tonight.
The first lap down car would be the 7 car.
And it looks like the first lap car, number 7, is going to give him some room, let the leaders go on by as Spencer go ahead and clears them.
Drivers know too, if they end up getting lapped with XCAL's liberal wave policy, waving around the first 5 lap cars, that it's not the end of their night if they get lapped early. We've seen drivers come back from multiple laps down to come back to the lead lap here.
You're absolutely correct about that. There's plenty of time to get any type of lap backs. Right now, it's most important for these drivers to keep the fender on the cars. It's very easy to use your car up here. If you want to have something for the end of the night, you got to keep the car clean. Travis is still dropping back. Looks like he's gone ahead and lost 5th place, sitting back in 6th now. Something must be wrong with his setup there. Spencer, though, in the 27, still looking really strong out front here, leading it, putting a lot of cars lap down here. Looks like the 88 got it really loose coming off of turn 4 there. Great job at saving that. Expect to see more cars go through some changes here after 32 laps have been completed in the books here. Cars are going to start going through changes. Tires are getting worn out. Fuel's starting to burn off. The setup's going to start changing on them, and they got to be prepared for that when it gets snappy loose like that. But he did a great job at saving them as they're approaching and negotiating more lap traffic here. Into turn 1 they go. Spencer still out front there on the inside, putting, it looks like, is that lap 454 car lap down.
The 454 Luke Turpin. Nicholas, you mentioned something interesting about setups going away. This is about the longest green flag run a driver has had all week. If you remember races, the heat races typically 50 laps, but those are caution filled because only the top 5 are able to make it in. So they don't run such long green flag laps. So this is their first opportunity to really get to see what the cars are like under these green flag conditions. We have a caution for the 7 of Rod Weston and the 73 of Randy Hefner.
We'll be curious to see if we have anyone coming down your way. Pit stops here.
We should in talking with the drivers before the fuel window was about 60 to 70 laps. So expect pretty much everybody to come down here as we're about halfway into that fuel window.
So far, the leaders doing a great job keeping it clean, giving everyone enough room here. Spencer's going to bring them down here to the caution, catching the pace car. Oh, looks like the number 5 was attempting to get into the pit stall, and he missed it and smacked the barrel.
Yeah, Derek has had some front end damage before. He was coming down pit road to attempt to get some more front end damage done, but as I said, running around some laps here in practice, making that turn into pit road is probably the hardest turn in pit road of any racetrack that XCAL races on. We've seen a lot of drivers mess up their front ends in practice doing that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him. Hopefully he'll be able to get that machine fixed and get him back out there, but definitely very costly. He had to throw it in reverse, and it definitely looked like the steering is out on that car. Unfortunate, but again, a lot of laps to go. 300 laps here tonight.
The race off pit road was the 27, the 88, the 32, and the 39 car.
Spencer getting it done still out front, looking very strong.
Yeah, they actually didn't pit. We only had a couple of drivers take advantage of pit road. Aaron Hillebush came by me. William Perry took advantage of that. They actually both lost a lap in the pits as well. And that's really about it. That's one of the things about this race as well. We have a couple other people here. We got the 89, the 5, the 23, and the 52 also coming down. But it's really hard to pit, take a full fuel load, and still make it out on the lead lap.
Yeah, that's right. These cars definitely take a while to fill it up. So they definitely need to take advantage of these caution flags when they can. The caution lights are out on the pace car, and we're going to go green flag racing here. We've been 1 to go. Oh, they delayed it. Lights back on the pace car.
Yeah, the officials gave the guys in the pits a break there. As you know, with the 6 or 7 guys in the pits, if they gone green, their race would have been pretty much over. So, a good break for those guys.
I'm glad to see the sportsmanship here with XCAL really trying to give everyone a break here, give everyone a chance.
As I mentioned earlier, the top 5 drivers get, the one wave, but if you get multiple laps down, it's pretty impossible to come back from multiple laps down.
All right, looks like we're going to go green this time. Pace car makes the sharp left. Green flag back in the air. 27's back at it out in front. 88 cuts down as they make their way into turn number 1. Rounding turn 2 they go. 27 looking very strong. Down the back stretch they are, looking like they're starting single file out already. 39 caught on the outside though, looking for a hole to fill to get back on the bottom. Not going to happen yet. As he starts to lose the positions. Definitely fastest way around here is the bottom. He cannot be stuck on the outside, and he's feeling the pain now as he's dropping back. 27 looking really strong out front though, as he's definitely getting it done, making their way down into turn number 1. No one's giving a break to 39 though. He's going to have to earn it if he wants to get down on the bottom. He's got to make a move down. Into 3 and 4 they go.
And Travis Brown, who has fallen back, appeared to be making his way back up. Looks like he's got the prototypical definition of a short run car, running 4th and running speeds as fast as leaders again.
There we go. 39 went ahead and filed it in down the bottom. 21 gave him a break. Looks like he's going to settle in now and hopefully make up that ground that he lost.
And just to update you as well, we had 2 visitors to pit road right on the green flag there. The 454 Luke Turpin and the 52 of Jeremy C. Poole, our new driver, both had to serve black flag penalties for jumping the restart.
Oh, that's definitely no good here. Coming down a pit road here on a short track like this is definitely going to cost you a couple laps.
Yeah, they are both 3 laps, and we got another caution.
And the yellow flag's back out here on the speedway. Looks like we'll have a replay coming for you here in a minute. We got a couple cars turned around out of 2. Oh, and we got a rear end, and wow. Looks like the leaders checked up to avoid that one, and we got a couple cars bouncing off each other there.
The 52 of Journey Pool is 3 laps down after that, serving the black flag.
Looks like Dustin Adams is going to be the last car on the lead lap in the 13, sitting 16th place here. He will get the wave around if he keeps it out here. And it looks like the XCAL team officials are going to go ahead and wave around a few drivers already.
And we got the 74 coming by me to make a pit stop. Alex Krapser. When you hear over the radio what the ruling is on that accident.
The other way, I caught the last bit of it, but it looks like the one guy got turned sideways there. I just ran out of room.
Yeah, the 33er Travis Brown there, who, again, we were talking about having a short-run car and then his car going off after about 10 laps, looked like that seemed to be the problem. He spun himself, and then it just kind of collected the whole field.
All right, looks like the 13 of Dustin Adams has got the wave around. Lucky break for him, as he's going to keep it on the lead lap here.
The 42 of Elliott Leach just made a pit stop, and unfortunately he lost a lap while making a pit stop as well. Seems to be the norm here, as it might take more than one lap to complete a pit stop.
Yeah, if you've got any damage, it's going to take a while to get it repaired here. You can only be on pit road for a few seconds, and it goes by quick here. A full green flag run here is about a 15-second lap, so under caution, it's about 28 seconds or so.
Right, and it takes definitely more than 28. So these fuel tanks, like I said, are 5.4 seconds, but you're using you're not using a NASCAR regulated fuel thing, or it's like trying to pump gas at your local gas station. Pumping gas in these things is about as fast as it goes, so can't fill up your tank in that amount of time.
Yeah, but everyone's bound by the same problem. So when the leaders do decide to come in, they're going to be having to sit on pit road even longer to get that tank filled back up. Again, 300 laps here tonight. You're going to have to get fuel to make it happen here as the pace car makes its way back in. Green flag in the air. The 27 big jump still on the outside as they make their way down into turn number 1. 88 dives to the inside to follow his teammate. Out of turn 2 they go. 88's got a run. Looks like he's lifting, giving plenty of room. Single filing it up through the top 5 here. 39 got it done on this restart. He was not going to get hung out to dry this time, making their way into 3 and 4. Well, big wreck here. Caught up, looked like the 21 got spun and collected a few other cars there. That was looks like a top 10, few top 10 cars got caught up in that mess there.
It looks like we had P.D. Zeller get a little aggressive there in the 00. Drove and spun around the 21, unfortunately there. Looks like P.D. Zeller may be finding himself in the back of the pack for that one.
Yeah, that's, again, the way these short tracks work is everyone's got different braking zones and different lift points, and that goes to show you that he just pretty much ran him over because his brake point and lift point was a little bit different, and it doesn't take much to get these cars out of shape.
And the XCAL officials have just announced that P.D. Zeller will in fact be starting from the back of the pack.
27 car came in, and the 32 car came in.
Our leaders are on pit road here. They're going to have to get service, get the tanks filled up. They could very well lose a lap. Very important the leaders keep it below 30 miles an hour here. Very slow pace, pit road speed. Very costly if you get caught speeding here. Do not want to come back down that pit road.
And the 27 gets out in front of the 32 and in front of the 39 as well. So it's 27, 32, 39 will keep his position, although he will enter the track in 17th position as the fuel strategy game now begins.
Your top 5 is the 88 of Michael Cozy Jr. The second position is the 8 of Randy. Third place is the 54 of Brandon Cruz. Fourth place is the 33 of Travis Brown. Fifth place is the 44 of Aaron Keith.
Pace cars, they were about to go green. They've decided to wave it off. We're going to have a couple more laps here, at least one more under caution. We've got a new leader of 88 out front.
And of the drivers who have already made a pit stop so far, your highest placing driver is In 8th place, the number 70, William Perry. He made a pit stop earlier, so he should be looking good once the leaders in front of him need to make a pit stop.
All right, pace car lights are out. We should be getting the one to go now and going green next time by. All right, here we go. Pace cars in. Green flags in the air. And we're gone. 88 out in front. Huge jump. Looking really good as they make their way into turn 2. 2 by 2 out of 2. Oh, we got another caution. Looks like that was a caution flag brought out by the officials here. Don't know what happened. Maybe have some debris on the car or on the track.
The 5 actually spun the 42. That brought the yellow out. The 42 was sideways. And the 5 has been given a end of lap penalty for that.
Yeah, it's very easy to spin the tires on these restarts and get out of shape. And everyone's got to calm down here. Still a long way to go. Approaching lap 66 of 300 here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching LSRTV, the XCAL Street Stock Race. We'll be right back after these messages. Thanks for watching.
Green.
Welcome back, race fans. You are watching the XCAL Street Stock race here, 300 laps with 80 laps in the book. You're coming back here with another caution here. We'll hopefully get a chance to get a replay to you once we see exactly what happened here. Been a very action-packed here event tonight so far. While you were gone, the 88 of Michael Cozy was getting it done out front there, putting almost a 2-second lead over second place as he makes his way down pit road now.
Really quick, that yellow was brought out by the 454, ended up bouncing off the wall. The 454 Luke Turman bounced off the wall and bumped into the 12 there, causing the 12 to spin, and the 12 came backwards, brought out the yellow flag.
Definitely not his night tonight there. The 454 Luke Turpin, he's 5 laps down. He's had a few problems there, so hopefully his night will start changing, but so far it's not looking good.
Okay.
Jeremy Poole got the wave around in the 52 car. He's 1 lap down, I think, now.
A couple people on pit road here. The 70, the 33, the 21, and the 24 are all making stops, scheduled stops. As well as your leader, also Cozy, is made it through pit road very quickly.
And as they cycle through, look who's back up in the top 3 of the number 27, Spencer Prate. Definitely did a good job at working through the traffic, keeping it clean.
Yeah, I was going to point that out during that long green, or not sort of long green run, but during the green run that we had during the commercial there, Spencer had actually moved all the way up to 5th position before they threw that yellow, so he had an incredible run under green.
Yes, he definitely looks like the man to beat out there tonight, making his way from the back to the front.
Officials.
And one last thing from down here, Luke Turpin has in fact brought his car behind the wall. He is calling it a night after his couple incidents.
That's probably the best thing. It looked like he was really getting out of control there from the damage. It's real easy to knock the toe and steering out of these cars, and a short track, you've got to have handling with you here. You're pretty much turning the wheel constantly at a track like this tonight. So unfortunate to end his night so soon, but hopefully we'll get some good green flag racing in here.
Jeremy Poole is up to position number 22.
And the green flag's back in the air as we've got a new leader out front, 54, Brandon. Making their way into turn 2. 27, though, wants it back. He's making his move as he's moved his way back up in the 2nd place, and he's looking to run down the leader. Round turn 4 they come, looking very strong on the high side now, looking on both sides. Where can he go? Rounding turn 2 they go. Looks like they're starting to go single file, clear on back to the top 10 now.
They went 3 wide at the towards of the back of the field.
And there he goes, 27, looking to the inside, diving into turn number 1. Will he clear him coming off the 2? And he does. New leader back out in front. Spencer Prate in the 27 car, looking really strong out front here, as now he's just pulling away from 2nd place. 54 looks like he's caught on the outside now, so he's going to start dropping back. He's got another challenger contending for 2nd place, Aaron Keith in the 44. Into turn 3 they go. Looks like we've got another battle back behind them for 4th and 5th. 32, though, got a little loose, and he got out of it, giving everyone plenty of room. Back behind him, it looks like the 39 back on the outside. Not the place to be. You've got to be on the inside if you want to go forward here. As the 54 is still struggling, banging doors with the 44 at the start-finish line, making their way into turn number 1. I tell you what, Spencer's looking back in the mirror, and they keep getting smaller and smaller. It's exactly what he wants to see. First, 2nd and 3rd, keep battling side by side. That's going to burn their tires up and hold them up.
Okay, let's just give you an update. Our leader, Michael Cozy Jr., who was leading right before the pit stops, ended up restarting all the way in 24th position, 1 lap down. So there are perils to staying out for the full field run. He now has to make his way back through the field, all the way starting close to dead last.
The number 73 running 18th of Randy Heffernan is the last car in the lead lap, and Spencer is making the move up toward him. He needs to get on top of the wheel there and try to keep him in the lead lap if he doesn't want to get a lap down by Spencer, because he is coming strong. .44 getting it done out in second place here. He's starting to pull away from third, and he's trying to make a run down for Spencer, but right now the man to beat on point, Spencer, in that 27. He's led the most laps out here tonight so far, and he's definitely the most dominant car that we've seen out front. Pulling almost over a 2-second lead on second place. Lap down traffic's gonna be a factor here with the next few laps for him. Single file, clear on back.
The 89 and the 12 the 89 just tapped the 12 in the rear bumper.
Still a long way to go here as they're approaching lap 99 of a 300 lap shootout here tonight. Looking really strong out front. Spencer in the 27, almost 2.1 seconds ahead, and we've got a caution. Looks like the number 5 got caught up in that, and the 7.
21 a man and flipped on his lid.
We've got a replay coming up here for you to see exactly what happened. As you can see, it's just a huge wreck. Got a couple cars really damaged pretty bad there. Looks like the 88 just getting aggressive there. He was out front there before that last pit stop, and he found himself a lap down, so he's trying to make the moves to get back up on the lead lap, and just ran out of patience there. It's a product of short track racing here. Stay tuned, race fans. We're going to try to get an in-car interview here for you under this yellow flag to see what it's like out on the track.
Michael Cozy Jr., it's Paul Coleman up here in the LSRTV booth with Nick. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Michael, we've been following you. We just saw a pit stop ago, or a caution flag ago there. You were in the lead. You dropped back all the way to 24th spot, and then it looks like you just had a little minor incident there. How's your race been going so far?
You know, it's been going really good. I definitely think I have one of the fastest cars out here. First and foremost, I want to say sorry to Dan, and I just barely clipped him coming out of the corner. I thought I had him. I just barely got into him, so I tried to straighten him out the best as I could, but you know, it spun him back around. So first of all, I want to say sorry to him. But yeah, the race has been going really well, and definitely have high hopes.
Sounds good. What's how are you going to keep yourself clean and get yourself back to get up with your teammate there?
You know what? I don't really know. I'm just gonna try to do my best and stay out of trouble. Don't want to get another incident, but I just want to keep all the fenders clean, and because I know I have a fast car. So.
So say, how does it feel? How does it feel after that contact? Are you still okay?
Yeah, the car is fine. I'll be just fine. I might have a little bit of right front damage, but I'll definitely be fine.
All right, we'll let you get back up with your crew chief. Thanks for talking with us.
I'm sorry, what?
All right, looks like we've got the pace car, the lights out. We should be going to green. 1 to go here. All right, they went ahead and put another lap back on this caution here, giving everyone a chance to get caught back up. All right, looks like the pace car's lights are off, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing started back underway after 108 laps in the book of a 300 lap race here for the XCAL Street Shootouts by TrailerMade Brands. Pace car's in, green flag in the air, and we're back under racing. 27 back out in front, making their way down into turn number 1. 2x2 clear back behind him. 32 looking strong on the outside, clears number 03 for second place. 39 back out on the outside. Man, I tell you, John has not had luck getting to the bottom on these restarts, and he's feeling it on these restarts, dropping back here. Hopefully he can clear him coming off 3 into the wall, touch the wall. Damage on the right side. That is going to hurt him as he's going to lose a few more positions. Spencer in the 27 though, back out in front, starting to pull on him by a half a second. That 39 is looking a little damaged though from clipping the wall, and he's having a hard time keep getting it around this track now as he's losing multiple positions. He definitely needs a caution to get that thing repaired if he wants any chance for a top 5 here tonight. Everyone else is single filing it out. They're calming it down here. Looks like the number 19 Aaron in the 9th place those got a challenge for by the 33 of Travis Brown, looking for the 9th place. That wall comes up quick when you're on the outside coming off these corners. It's a very small bank track, and if you don't have the right setup to be on the outside, you do not want to be there. As you can see, multiple cars losing traction and ground to the high side. They're making their way down to lap 115 this time by. Spencer getting it done though out front, huge lead by 0.8, and we got a couple more cars smacking that outside wall off 4. We're going to start seeing what we referred to in the Cup Series, the Darlington stripe here is going to be Lanier stripe. A lot of right side damage on these cars coming off the corners.
Yeah, the 52 of Jeremy Poole came down to pit road here to serve another black flag. I think that's his second of the night. He's now 5 laps down, unfortunately.
Not going his way tonight. He's definitely going to need to straighten the car out here if he wants to gain any more positions, as everyone in front of him is only 1 or 2 laps down. Unfortunate for his night here. Still a long way to go, though. Looks like we've got 15 cars on the lead lap. The 44 of Aaron Keith is the last car on the lead lap, as he's almost 10 seconds back from Spencer. And remember, it's only 15 seconds, 1 lap around this track here, so he's about 5 seconds away from going a lap down. Spencer looking really strong out front with a second ahead of lead over Ryan Borgers in the 32. Still looking very strong out front. Single file though, everyone realizes plenty of time left. They need to just be there for the end. As the 39 of John, it looks like that damage has definitely affected his car. He's back, dropped it clear back to 5th now. He's on the bottom now. Hopefully he can gather it back up and hold on to it without getting any more damage. I know from experience racing these things, once you touch the wall there, you can really lose the handling really quickly, and you'll start wearing the tires to a point where it will just break loose on you, or it'll start pushing, get really tight. So he definitely has his hands full tonight here. Still a long way to go, though. He could possibly get it repaired. The man on the move is Spencer, looking really strong out front, over a second lead over second. Approaching some lap traffic, making his way into turn number 1. And then the next. Looks like Christopher Moody in the 55 is trying a different approach here. He is driving it down on the apron to get this thing to rotate. As he's battling for another lap position there with the 00 pit, and he's lost it. We got a spin. We've got a spin. That was a battle. It almost looked like possible net code. We'll get a replay here for you. Or it looks like Yeah, the 00, he was on the outside, and he just lost it. He just get kicked around on him. Don't know if he had a flat tire or if that was a netcode incident, but that was a sharp turn he had there. Unfortunate for him. He's already a lap down. We'll probably go even more after that one. Caution flags out again here tonight on lap 125. Tough break for the 00 there. Definitely was a netcode issue after going back and watching that replay. That's just a product of sim racing, unfortunately. For those of you that have never participated in iRacing, you know, basically what a netcode is when the simulation predicts where it thinks your car is going to be. And sometimes that can be on top of someone else. And in that case, it spun him around. But he didn't hit anything. He gathered it back up.
The 70 car stayed out, the 33 car stayed out, the 74 car stayed out, the 23 car stayed out, and the A of Randy stayed out.
Well, that should be very interesting, seeing how everything changed. Should clear up. We've got some new leaders. All right, looks like we've got a new leader out front here. Number 70, going to be starting on the pole here on the restart, William Perry. On the outside of him, Travis Brown, 33. We've seen him make his way back up through the field there after an early pit stop. Good to see him back out front with all the fenders still on it. Lights out on the pace car as we get the 1 to go signal here.
Nicholas, just want to let you know, I was checking in with the crew there of the 00. They are having connection issues left and right, pinging issues and things of that nature, so that is what's causing his incidents on the track.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Internet connectivity problems definitely can affect your night. If you know, your internet provider's having problems, or if there's a storm or weather, there's a bunch of things that can cause internet problems. Even if your computer may be infected or running slow, that can cause it as well. So hopefully he's able to straighten those problems out and get a little bit better solid connection. Otherwise, he may have more problems before this is all said and done. And folks, you're watching XCAL Street Stock Racing here, 300 lap race tonight, brought to you by TrailerMade Brands. So far, we've seen a lot of action. We've got 16 cars on the lead lap, 15 cars now on the lead lap as we're about to set to go green. Pace car is in and the green flag's in the air. Number 70's out front, new leader, William Perry under green flag as Travis Brown needs to get to the bottom if he wants to have a chance. Into turn number 3 they go, rounding turn 4. Looks like the 23 of Stevens going to push up a little bit and give Travis Brown a little bit of room up front here.
The person on fresher tires was the 27 of Spencer Preet.
2 by 2, clear on back for him, 5th on back. Still a lot of time to go. Drivers need to have patience and keep the fenders on the cars and the tires cool down. Otherwise, they're going to have problems. And the 8 smashes the wall hard on the outside. Barely held on to it. The 27 of Spencer, very lucky because he was on the inside of that when that happened. And now the 8 is dropping back. You got to keep it out of the wall here. It's so easy to do with these short tracks when you're stuck on the outside. But, man, that was a close one. As number 5 now makes his way by the number 8 as well. These are some lap down traffics. trying to get their lap back. Spencer's on the move though. He's right on the bumper, 44. That's Aaron Keith. You know, not that long ago, Aaron Keith was the last car on the lead lap, and look where he's at now. He's in 4th place. So just goes to show you, yeah, you never give up here. But it looks like Aaron overdrove that corner and pushed up a little bit and gave the opportunity to Spencer, and Spencer capitalized on that, dove it to the inside as he makes his way up to 4th.
We're about for the lead between the 23 and the 70 car.
He was trying for the lead, but he's held on to it so far. 23's looking again on the inside. The 70's looking strong. He's going to hold on to it as they make their way into turn number 1.
33's on the inside.
This three-way battle is going to help the 27 out the most here.
Yeah, the 27 definitely looks to be the most dominant car out there tonight. I know he's just playing safe. He's going to, as that 33 gets loose. Wow, good save on his part. 27's going to clear him on the high side. 27 pulls them off the corner there, making their way into turn 3. 27 Spencer's back up in the 3rd, and the 23 is all over the 70. As lap traffic's starting to come into the mirrors here in the windshields of this number 70 car, that could play into a factor here of the lead change. This 27 or the 23 is looking to the inside in turn 1. 70's going to give him room. He's challenging off 2, making their way down the backstretch side by side into 3. Can 70 hold on to him? Coming off 4. Side by side they are, and we've got a new leader. That time's going to be scored to the 23 of Steven. But the 27's right there. He definitely wants to lead back, and he's going to look to the inside as the 70's caught on the high side. Down the front stretch they go, rounding turn 1. 27 clears the 70 for 2nd. Now it's up to Spencer to pass the 23 to reclaim this spot out front. As the 23's looking a little bit loose now, coming off the corner 4. Spencer looking really strong though. Nose to tail making their way into turn 3. Round turn 3 they are into turn 4. Lap traffic getting closer and closer. So, oh, with a little bit of bump in there, 27's letting the 23 know that he's ready for the lead, giving him a shot getting into 1. 27's definitely the fastest car out here tonight that we've seen. He needs to hold on and keep the fenders on it if he wants a shot at winning this thing. And the 23 is looking really loose as he's pushed up high, and 27 looks to the inside, getting into 3. Side-by-side battle. Out of 4 they come.
The 27 car has the preferred line, and he clears the 23.
He made it look easy, but I'll tell you, folks, that was not an easy
We have the
move.
21 spun around backwards on track as well.
Yeah, we have him spun around. No caution yet. There it is. Caution flags out for the 21. Looks like he got spun around. Tough break for the 21 there as he now falls 7 laps down, sitting 25th.
Yeah, and unfortunately the 21 there spun avoiding the 5 and the 89 who got together.
You know, sometimes you've got to make a decision to spin yourself out to avoid getting damage, and that's what it appeared to happen there. Still a long way to go, though. Lap 150 coming down to be completed, halfway of this 300-lap event. Stay tuned as we're going to have another live in-car interview broadcast from another racer here tonight, folks.
Hey, Jeff Ramsdell, this is Paul Coleman from LSRTV. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Hey, Jeff, this is your first night here driving with XCAL. We're about halfway through. You're the substitute for Mark Arthur. How does it feel driving his car?
It feels pretty good. The car feels pretty good at that. It's fast. I just can't seem to get up to the field. Pitting and filling it up with fuel is pretty hard to do, and the track is so short. Pit road is so slow. You go a lap down once you get about 2 gallons of fuel in the car, so either go a lap down getting a full tank or you don't take a full tank.
Yeah, that's the one thing XCAL drivers all learn. It's all in the pit strategy. It's all in the fuel strategy because it takes forever and a day to fill up with gas. Don't ever try changing tires. It takes twice as long then. How do you enjoy this whole XCAL experience so far? How is it treating you?
I'm enjoying it so far. I'm liking the racing. I'm liking the guys here. They're quite the competition. I don't know about that EO for netcode. I didn't even get car contact for that. Usually you do, but it makes it more fun, I guess. Work up through the field again.
Absolutely. I believe Dakota in the booth also has a question for you.
How's the car feeling tonight?
It feels good. Feels fast. A little loose at the start of a run, but the tires wear out a little bit, and I guess little tires. I haven't changed tires, and I don't plan to, so that shouldn't be that loose again.
I was gonna say the benefit of the tires versus the about 2 or 3 laps that you lose on this track is definitely not worth it. Are your teammates being a good help to you there, both Aarons?
Oh, yeah, they're being pretty good. They're racing good, going fast, and doing what we're supposed to.
That's good. Well, thank you for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you in the top 3 later on tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. Enjoy the race.
All right, thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Jeff Ramsdell in the number 12. He's going to be starting on the outside in the second row in 4th position here. As we're still pacing under caution flag here of a 300-lap shootout here at XCAL Street Stocks, brought to you by Trailer Made Brands. And folks, if you ever have a computer problem, whether it's running slow or a virus infected, contact L Technology Group at 855-999-6425 for all your computer needs. They can remote in, let them know you're with iRacing, they'll cut you a deal, and they'll optimize your system to run iRacing the best it can. With that said, lights are out on the pace car, about to go green. Pace car's in, green flag's in the air. The 27 of Spencer, huge jump back out in front, looking strong, making his way down into turn number 1. 2x2 right behind him as the 32's on the outside getting the challenge by someone new, 74 of Alex. And he's getting shoved by Jeff, and if he's not careful, he's going to spin him out, but he's looking pretty strong here on the inside. Jeff Ramsdale's definitely, he's got a huge run, and he's just got to be patient and let the car come to him. A lot of slow cars in front of him is going to burn those tires up if he tries too hard as he's making their way down the front stretch into turn number 1. Clears on the outside, the 32 drops in, single file, clear on back through the top 10.
Huge wreck on start finish line.
Looks like we've got a big wreck here at the front stretch here. Caution flags back out here for the... Oh, it looks like the 7 locked up the brakes there to avoid a huge wreck there. Good job at slowing it down. 10th caution tonight here, folks, and we're probably not done. Still a long way to go of 154 laps in the books tonight of a 300-lap race here for the XCAL Street Stocks by Trailer Made Brands.
Yeah, that looked like the 54 there got into the 5, who's having an incredibly difficult night, the 5. And then unfortunately after the 5 spun, half the field got into him there, but that looked like it was originally on the 54 spinning the 5.
Yeah, the 5's definitely had his work cut out for him tonight. He's definitely got some damage on that car. He's a lap down and he's back under pit road here. It's probably going to go a few more laps before it's all said and done. Unfortunate break for him. $165 laps to go. Or excuse me, 165 down of a 300-lap race tonight here. You're watching under yellow flag tonight for the XCAL Street Stocks. We're getting a 2 to go. 136 to go here this time by.
And the 74 pitted from second, coming right by me for some fuel.
On that run, the 27 car was the fastest car on the racetrack.
I don't know about you guys, but I know trying to set these cars up is a little bit challenging compared to the other classes. They've got leaf spring adjustments, and so I tell you, Spencer must have it dialed in perfectly. No one's looking nearly as good off the corner as he is.
I can speak from racing with these guys. Spencer and his teammate, Michael Cozy, probably are the two guys that spend the most amount of time in any XCAL practice session, qualifying session, you name it. They'll even not qualify in the top 5 in a heat just so they can come back and get a little bit more experience to run a second heat. So yeah, they take this pretty seriously, and they're probably the kings of the hill when it comes to tuning up cars.
Well, it's definitely showing out there tonight. So far, great job on his part, keeping it clean, and he's drove it back to the front a couple times now from the back. So skill and setup definitely showing in his favor tonight.
Right, and give a call to his teammate Cozy. We looked at him, spoke with him when he was back running 24th, and you know, banging fenders with the lappers, and he is now all the way up to 6th position. So give a call to Cozy for making his way up through traffic.
That's definitely right. He was out front there when when Spencer brought it in the pit road, and yep, he's making his way back up. Also looking good. He's going to be starting the outside here for the restart. 3rd row as they make their way for the restart. Pace cars in. Green flags out. The 27 back out in front. Huge jump making their way down into number 1. Looking really strong. His car, it must be getting faster and faster on these longer runs here as it's coming into him, and looks like he got a little loose coming off the 2 there. Great save by him, but that's going to hurt that gap of lead that he had. He's got to let that air pressure come back up before he decides to push it that hard, as the 32 is right on his bumper. And on back 3 wide in turn 4, Jeff Ramsdale on the high side right up against the wall there, making their way into turn number 1. Jeff's looking for the inside position here. He needs to get back to the inside so he doesn't lose any more positions, as the 03 is looking a little loose there. Single file clear on back from there. Someone just smacked the wall, hard hit, but he held on to it. The 42 is going to suffer from that one. It looks like he's got a little bit of right side damage from that, as they're starting to freight train him on the inside. The 23 has been up front, and he's trying to get back up there. He's cobbling outside as well. Looks like Spencer's air pressures came back up as he's starting to pull out about almost a half a second on the 32. Lap traffic's already starting to come. It looks like who is that? Looks like Daniel in the 89, 17th spot's going to be the lap down traffic coming up. Still out in front, Spencer in the 27 looking real good, coming off of 4. Single file clear on back. As these laps slowly wind down, 176 now in the books of 300. Single file racing, everyone realizes still a long way to go, over 120 some laps to go here, so they definitely need to keep the fenders on the cars if they want a chance to win it here. 18 cars showing on the lead lap. A lot of side-by-side racing deep in the pack there for 16th, 15th, and 14th. We've seen that 39 up front multiple times, and it's caught on the outside as they're wrecking. Huge wreck, 3 wide. Right number, was that turn number 2 looked like? Nope, turn 3 and 4, excuse me. That was just 3 wide racing, really getting after it there. Looked like they were racing for the lead, and they just ran out of room there. Didn't realize, looked like the 54, he didn't realize he was on the outside, 3 wide, came down and clipped that 73 and turned them into the 33, and unfortunately collected a couple good cars there. But
definitely hard to take it 3 wide in these tight turns.
Yeah, it sure is. This is not the track to be going 3 wide racing in the corners, that's for sure, without that banking to help. But
and
again,
the leader comes down to make a pit stop.
Yep, we got Spencer Creek. The 32 Ryan Borges has stayed out.
32 is going to be credited for the lap led for this time by, as Spencer's going to come down and take some fuel.
The 44 came down also.
And Michael Cozy in the 88 is going to find himself starting on the inside in third.
This is a good strategy for these guys. They're going to have to pit again, but they won't have to pit for 90 or so laps. So their very last pit stop, they can take just a second or two of gas and be on their way and not have to worry about losing a lap.
And the 19 car also came down and pitted and took some field.
Definitely strategy playing into some hands here. We'll see how it works out when it winds down. Got a couple teammates on different pit strategies here as we get a couple cars getting wave arounds. So far, very action-packed here. We've seen a lot of cautions, a lot of beating and banging, cars hitting the wall and holding on to it. This is what we are expecting here with some street stock racing on the short tracks.
The 00 car and the 52 and the 55 got the wave around.
Looks like the 00s with that wave around should be put back on the lead lap here. That will give us 20 cars on the lead lap. And it looks like Rod Weston is issued a black flag.
It looks like the 73 car came down and made a pit stop.
Lights out on the pace car. 1 to go as they're double filing them up here for the restart. 32, Ryan Borges is going to be starting on the inside here, bringing them to the stripe. On the outside of him, Dustin Adams in the 13. Row 2 behind him, we've got the 88 of Michael Cozy on the inside. On the outside of him, 03. Pace car's in as we get the green flag in the air. Back to racing. 32 spins his tires or misses a shift or something and holds them all up. 88's all over him as they make their way out of turn 2. 88's looking to the inside. He wants to lead again as the 32's looking a little loose off of 4. Off before they come too wide for second place here. 88 on the inside, 13 on the outside, 32 out front. The 03's right on top of the 88's bumper and they're looking to make it 3. Yeah, he's looking for 3 wide. Will he do it? Smart move, he doesn't. 32 out front. Ryan looking good so far. Michael Cozy's looking to run him down though as he clears the 13. 13 on the outside, looking like he's dropping back here. Unfortunate for him. Outside's not the place to be here as he's lose a couple more positions as Jeff Ramsdell on the 12 picks up another position.
The 44 got loose in the back, but saved it.
Looks like we got a car on pit road. Number 7's on pit road.
Yeah, Rod is serving that black flag. The second one he received.
03's looking a little loose off of turn 4 there. That could be dangerous for Jeff as he's getting rear-ended by the 13. He's kind of in a pickle here in the middle of a sandwich, and he just needs to hold on to it and hope the 03 can gather it back up. Is everyone else a single file? Looks like Ryan, though, in clean air is getting it done. He's pulled a half a second over Michael Cozy. 32 is out front. On board right now, you're watching Ramsdell, the number 12 in 4th place. He's trying to get it done here, moving up through the field. He's done a good job so far. He's got the 13 right on him. That's going to affect the handling. He needs to just keep it calm and keep it together.
Yeah, definitely give a shout out to Jeff Ramsdell. This is his first XCAL event as well. He's a substitute for Mark Arthur, but he has not driven an XCAL yet. So amazing run for a guy that's fresh to the series.
He's looking like he's got skill here in the street stocks, which is definitely helping him out here. As the 03 looks like he gets a little loose, and it affected Jeff's judgment. Looks like he was going to go high to avoid him, and unfortunately that opened the door for the 13. Dustin Adams looking for the 4th place position. 13 on the inside. Now will he clear him? And he does. 13 will be credited for 4th place that time by, as Jeff's going to have to figure out a new strategy to get back by him. Michael Cozy in the 88 running second, still dropping back as Ryan in the 32s out front looking really strong in this run.
The 27 restarted 14th on that last caution, and he's now 10th.
Single file clear on back, and the man on the move, you just heard him, the 27 of Spencer, getting it done as he makes his way around the 24. Back in the top 10, Spencer is on the move and he's on the mission. Back to the front he's going, and he is running them down, clicking it off one lap at a time as we're approaching lap 200 now in the books of 300. 100 laps to go. This time by Ryan pulling away from Michael Cozy, now 0.66 seconds, or excuse me, 0.66 seconds ahead. Michael Cozy in the 88.
There's a lap car up ahead, the 7 car and the 73 car.
This will be interesting here. The 7 was on pit road earlier to serve a penalty. Now leaders are approaching him. And it looks like he's going to get plenty of room on the outside there as the 32 of Ryan dives it to the inside. No hold up there as he makes his way down the front stretch into turn 1. More lap traffic coming up in the picture here. Some of them are racing side by side. We've seen in the past a lot of the wrecks are happening here in the back. And we've got the 5 on the outside. He is definitely damaged as he's banging bumpers with that 52. Number 5, Derek, appears to be 10 laps down, unfortunately, in 24th spot. His night is not looking good for chances of winning here, as Ryan's coming up on him here and making their way out of turn 4. Down the front stretch they come as Ryan clips the wall just barely. Looks like his setup and those tires may be going away, and Michael Cozy starting to reel him in, starting to cut that gap down. Having that brush on the wall definitely pancaked that right side. We're starting to see that right rear starting to show as Michael's really starting to roll him in now here. Don't know if that was a product of the lap down traffic getting to him or if the setup's going away on him, but either way, Michael is right on his bumper looking to strike as the lap traffic is battling side by side in front of the leaders here. Never a good spot to be.
The 12 at Ramsdale is catching the 13 of Dustin Adams.
So far, looks like Ryan's going to be able to make it by cleanly by the 52, and the number 5 is also going to let him by on the inside here. Drivers got to play it extra cautious and safe around these lap traffic, as a lot of these cars do have damage and they can be unpredictable because of the handlings out on them. You can see that 5 car's got massive left front damage, and the toe on that left front tire is really out of whack. But he's doing a good job holding on to it and keeping it going straight. As the 52 smacks the wall as well. We've got a lot of bumping and banging on these walls here tonight.
Yeah, looking at the computer telemetry, Nick, it looks as if Ryan's lap times are improved. Michael is just handling traffic just a titch better, and that's where he's able to gain spots.
We got a spin.
We got yellow.
Yeah, it looks like we got a wreck right in front of the leaders there. We got a car spun out. Got a number 03 of Case there. It looks like last car on the lead lap, sitting 17th, got spun out.
The 27 car is up to 5th place.
Though I'd like to give Case a shout out. He's also one of our substitute drivers making his first start in XCAL tonight as well. He was running in the top 5. He is subbing for Richard Holiday this week. So a good run for him up until this point.
Lap 212 down, coming to 213. You know, that's probably a product of fuel burning off, cars getting lighter, handling's changing up, and the car gets loose on you.
We should be seeing a lot of people come down pit road here because we're just in the very far outside of the fuel window too. 90 lap fuel window. So 88 laps to go.
This should be the last stop then. We should hopefully see no more stops after this, if that's the case. We'll see who decides to take it and who decides to keep it out here.
Ryan Borges is in the 32.
The 88 and the 27 and the 24 and the 70 stayed out.
And we got the 12. This could be the race winning move for these guys.
Michael Cozy's into the pit roads there, giving up the lead. Long pit road entrance here. You've got to come in off of turn 4, and then you got to lap it clear around, and your pit stalls start on the back stretch in turn 3 and turn 4. A very awkward pit strategy, or a pit location for these drivers, where they have to go at pit speed, 30 miles an hour, one whole lap around this track. So far, action-packed racing here at XCAL Street Stock Racing, brought to you by Trailer Made Brands. 300-lap race, 2:15 in the books, as we're under caution.
Sure. Sure, I meant Cy Andra, by the way, who we interviewed in the pre-race tonight. Cy, who had some trouble and also found his way 2 laps down, is now fighting on the outside for 2nd place. Very impressive run for Cy.
Looks like they're going green on lap 220 or 219.
All right, we're going to be going green this time by 27. Spencer back out in front. On the outside up, there we're going to get another lap at least. Lights back on the pace car. We've got the 24 starting out front here. Looks like he's got a little left front damage. We'll see how that affects his ride out front here. So he's going to be on the outside.
The top 5 is the 27 of Spencer Pre. 2nd place is the 24 Andrea. 3rd place is William Perry. 4th place is Travis Brown. 5th place, the 8 of Randy.
All right, pace car makes the hard left turn in. Green flag's out. 27 back out in front. Green flag in the air, making their way down into turn number 1. 24 dives to the bottom. He knows he's got to be on the bottom if he wants a chance at running down Spencer. So far, Spencer's still looking really good. Back out front where he's been pretty much all day. Single file back behind him as the number 70 tucks it in below the 33. Crossover move by the 70 as the 33 smacks the wall. 33 drops back in behind the 7, and another crossover move. These two are going at it lap after lap here. 70's going to be on the outside here. Into the wall he goes off of turn number 4. Right front damage. Pancake the car. That's going to hurt his handling. He hit that wall hard, but he still holds off as the 33's behind him. Spencer looking really strong out front, almost already put a 2nd on top of the 24.
It's a good advantage, good position that Spencer's in. The 24, for those that are new to XCAL, is the 3rd teammate to both Spencer and Michael Cozy. So I didn't expect the 24 to run him hard and should be able to clear some great distance among the guys that are fighting for Spencer's spot.
Lap down traffic playing a key role here, just keeping it out of the way. The 52, he is in the wall constantly here. Every time I've seen him, looks like that handling is completely gone. Unfortunate break for him. He's sitting 8 laps down, sitting in 22nd. Doing a good job though, trying to keep it out of everyone's way.
Ramsdale's kind of doing good. He's up to 5th place after starting 19th.
Jeff's keeping it on the inside here, trying to get a run, and on the inside of the 70 car as he's pulling away, looking a little loose off 4. Great job of holding on to it, making their way into turn number 3. Spencer out in front in the 27, followed by the 24, 33, and 70. Up, looks like we got a new battle going on for 5th. 13 wants it now, as the 70 starting to drop back. That right front damage from clipping the wall is looking to definitely affect him, as the 13 of Dustin Adams moves into the 5th spot. Top 7 cars are single file, as Michael Cozy in the 88 is in 7th, starting to run down the 70 and William Perry.
A couple of lap cars is going to come in to play in a couple of laps.
Rounding turn 4, Spencer still out in front, looking really strong. 2.5 on over top of the 24 as they make their way down into turn number 2. 24 also still has a little bit of left front damage, but it doesn't appear to be affecting him that much, as he also has over a 2.5 lead over 3rd. Jeff Ramsdale looks to be being held up a little bit by Travis Brown in the 33. Still a long way to go here. He needs to keep it clean if he wants a shot at winning it here. There's 234 laps now in the books of a 300 lap race. Looks like Michael Cozy's caught the 70 as the caution flag's in the air.
The 32 car spun.
Oh, a tough break for the 32 as he was out in the front there multiple times earlier today. Michael Cozy got it done and will be credited with 6th place on this restart.
32 got a little help, unfortunately, from the 52 making his first start tonight. That 52 drove in a little too hard and ruined a great opportunity for a great run for Ryan Borges, who is actually competing against Aaron Keith tonight in XCAL Rivals, a bracket contest that XCAL has done. And for those that were on the Ryan Borges bandwagon, that is going to hurt your chances considerably, as Aaron Keith is running 11th and Borges 20th.
On that run, it looks like the 27 car kind of hit the wall on lap 234.
Well, we've seen a lot of cars hit the wall here tonight. Hopefully it doesn't affect him, but it'll be very interesting to see. We'll keep an eye on him, as it looks like he's brought it into the pits. Multiple cars on pit road. Got a new leader out front, Dustin Adams in the 13. Yeah, tough break for Ryan in the 32 as he's being shown 2 laps down in 20th place.
Spencer Preet, this is Paul Coleman up in the LSRTV booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Paul.
Hey, Spencer, looks like you're making your last stop of the night. You've been up front most of the night. How's everything going?
It's been going pretty well. I really like the way my car's handling. I felt like I can drive from the front to the back to the front every time I make a pit stop pretty well. So it's been going really well, and I just well, right now I'm just trying to sort out under all the caution laps. It's kind of crazy, but it's been, I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah.
It's hard when you got race control talking in your ear, you got radio people talking in your ear, your crew chief, I'm sure, is talking in your ear. So it looks like here you're restarting here 7th. Everybody's ahead of you has probably made their last pit stop as well. What do you got? I know you got the strongest car here. How are you going to get through to the front? You got your teammate ahead of you. He's also battling you in rivals. I'm sure he's not going to let you by easily. What's your plan? What's your strategy here?
I mean, I don't think I'm going to be that aggressive, because I feel like I can, if I just be a little patient, I'll be able to get by everyone I need to. Eventually, I'll be able to just find a way around him. That's how it's been most of the race. So, I think I got a pretty good shot here. I'm pretty sure that'll be my last stop for the race, and I think I got a good shot.
All right, well, best of luck to you. We'll let you get back down with your team, and hopefully we'll be interviewing you in victory lane.
Well, thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 27, Spencer there, in-car audio that you heard from the interview here. Hoping to get it done here as we're coming back to green flag racing. 13 out in front, green flag. Diving into turn number 1 as they're 2x2 clear on back. 13 out front, Dustin Adams. First time we've seen him out front, and so far he's looking pretty good as well. We'll be curious to see how everyone else... Oh, the 74 got really loose. Yeah, Spencer's found himself in a cyclone of events there. Looks like 4 wide. Wow, this is not the track to go 4 wide on. Spencer looking good though on the outside as he's already up to 4th. We had great radio confirmation that he did tag the wall a little bit a while ago. Doesn't appear to affect the car at all as he's right on the bumper of Jeff Ramsdell.
Yeah, prior to the interview there, spoke with his crew chief, said absolutely no damage, and Reed has fought his biggest challenge he got by his teammate Cozy, so he's clear to the front.
And the 23 got really, really out of shape there.
19 and 32 get together.
We got the 19, and it looks like he was spun it, no caution yet. Still green flag in the air as Dustin Adams is pulling away almost a second over Alex in the 74. Lap traffic is a factor here as Spencer's got lap traffic on the high side and he's pinned in down on the bottom. Jeff Ramsdell out in front of him. But Spencer's looking to the inside. And we've got a wreck. Caution flag back out in the air here at lap 248, coming to 249. Approaching 50 laps to go here of this 300 lap race of XCAL Street Stock Racing, brought to you by Trailer Made Brands.
Under that spin, it looks like the 8 and the 00 got some damage.
This is exactly what Spencer needed as Dustin Adams was getting it done out front, put over a second lead. Spencer got caught up behind some of that lap traffic and was in that mix of that 3 and 4 wide racing there. So this is going to give him another shot to get a good restart here. Start back out on front as he's showing 4th place this time by.
But unfortunately, he's on the outside lane, and you've seen before drivers starting on the outside have quite difficulty. And we got his teammate hungry for the spot, starting on the inside there in 5th. Not going to give him any breaks this time around, probably.
Very, very true. Very valid point. Outside is not the place to be. He's really going to have to time it right if he wants to get it done here. He's got to get it on the inside. Otherwise, he can find himself out on the outside, dropping back. 14 cars showing on the lead lap as we're getting a few wave arounds right now. 251 laps in the book. 49 to go. We've seen a lot of lead changes here tonight, a lot of good racing, a lot of bumping and banging, but so far, very impressed with how XCAL's officials have been handling this race.
It looks like the 8 car and the 03 car got the wave around.
All right, we're going to see some tires start to cool off here. Fuel's starting to burn off. Handling's going to start being a factor. We've seen in a few of these restarts where Spencer's got a little loose, jumping out front there early. We'll see if everyone can hold on to it, stay up on the wheel, and keep it a safe finish here. Something tells me, though, we're going to see another caution or two before it's all said and done. All right, looks like the pace car lights are out. We are going 1 to green next time by. Dustin Adams. Oh, I stand corrected. The lights are back on. The pace car will have at least one more time around at pace speeds here. A lot of action here tonight at Lanier under the lights with XCAL Racing 300 laps. 255 now showing complete in the book, as Dustin Adams in the 13 is going to be your leader, bringing him to the start. On the outside of him, Alex Casper in the 74, followed by row number 2 with Spencer and Jeff Ramsdell. Here we go. Lights are out, pace car is in, green flag in the air, Dustin Adams out in front. Good start for him as they make their way into turn 1. Spencer needs to get to the inside and has to check up hard as Alex Casper in the 74 is right in front of him. Spencer's stuck on the outside, making their way through turn 4. Down the front stretch they go. Looks like Spencer's still on the outside. He needs to get on the inside as Jeff Ramsdell gets out of shape, but good save by him.
And as Brian Borges' night has gone from bad to worse as he is now pulling it into the pits to serve a black flag penalty.
And Michael Cozy's in 5th place here, trying to make it 4th place as he clears Jeff Ramsdell. Jeff, though, is not about to give it up as he's bumping Mike out of turn number 4. Into turn number 1 they go. I can tell you right now, seeing the way they're racing, these drivers realize time is running out and you've got to be in position if you want a shot at winning this thing. As Spencer is all over the back bumper of the 74, making their way into turn number 3. Spencer looking strong on the inside. The 27 of Spencer clears the 74 as he smacks the wall hard. The 74 in the wall. That's Alex Casper is hard in the wall, right front damage as we get another caution. Got another caution flag out here. Unfortunate break as Spencer had a huge run looking to run down Dustin. That means he's going to be on the outside again for this restart. Pace cars in turn number 1 as the leaders are going to catch up to them. Great racing so far tonight here with XCAL Street Stocks, brought to us by the Trailer Made Brands. 262 laps down.
Well, Nick, Preet has now made his way in a second. Do you think anybody in this field has anything for him?
Well, Paul, that's a great question. At this point, he definitely appears to be the best car out on the track. However, he's not that good on the outside. No one's that good on the outside. So he's got an outside position. He needs to get it on the inside if he wants to do anything against Dustin Adams. Do we know if Dustin Adams can go the remainder on fuel?
He pitted on lap 88. He's going to be, or with 88 laps to go, he's on the edge of that window. These cautions are certainly helping him.
Well, this may play into his favor. If he can get a good jump and keep it out front, it's definitely a tough track to make up time unless you really mess up your entries and exits here. So it's going to be an exciting finish here as it comes down. As they give the wave around of the 23. Showing 15 cars on the lead lap here. Dustin Adams out front here leading it, number 13, followed by the 27 of Spencer.
And while we're running yellow, I just want to give a real quick update on the XCAL Rivals. I highlighted this at the beginning and then also spoke during Ryan Borges' incident a little minute ago. We had a couple other battles going on for our XCAL Rivals contest. We have Aaron Hillebush against Alex Crapser, and Alex Crapser is running 3rd with Aaron Hillebush running in 15th. Crapser had to finish 11 spots better than him, and he's currently doing that. And then also our other exciting battle is between the teammates of Michael Cozy Jr. and Spencer Preet. Cozy actually has to beat Preet by 3 spots in order to win his thing with him because it's aggregate scoring. And the way Preet's running today, that does not look like it's going to happen. But just an update for those who have an XCAL Rivals bracket.
I'll tell you what, though, with that 00 Preety, he's definitely back on the lead lap. We've seen him 2 laps down. He managed to get 2 laps back, and he is sitting 15th.
And with all the internet problems to boot, that's an amazing thing to overcome. Tough hill to climb.
It sure is. All right, lights are out on the pace car here as we're set to go green flag racing again. Pace car, hard left, down pit road, green flag in the air. 13, Dustin Adams out in front, leading them into turn number 1. 13 on the inside, 27 on the outside, 74, 88 following behind.
52 got around. 52 got around.
Looks like we got another caution. We got another caution. Someone got turned.
The 52 got turned of Jeremy Poole.
The number 52, we're getting reports, got turned. We'll have a replay for you in just a moment. $269 laps complete of this 300-lap shootout here of the XCAL Street Stock Race tonight. Brought to us by Trailer Made Brands.
Yes, the night has gone from bad to worse for Brian Borges. That was a retaliatory move from the accident that took him out of race-winning contention earlier. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to keep his temper under control, and he did take out the 52, which results in him being parked for the night.
Unfortunate break. Yeah, you know, tempers can definitely flare and steam high on short track racing. You got to be able to control that. The officials did a great job of parking him for tonight. No sense in tearing up other good cars up there. Tough break for him. We'll see him out here next time.
Absolutely, he's a good driver. He certainly had a chance of winning tonight. He finished 5th last week, and again, sometimes as you see in just in the real life, and you know, in this thing as well, tempers get the best of you sometimes.
It sure does.
The 54 and the 55 got the wave around.
We are in the 30 lap to go window. At this point, the gloves come off. You've got to lay it on the line. You've got to take the bold moves. Tires are worn. Fuel is running out. Setups are going to start changing up. We're going to see cars getting loose. We're going to start seeing more cars stop giving out the stop being nice. They're going to start shutting the windows. They're going to start shutting the doors. They're going to start making bold moves to try to get to the front.
Yeah, Nick, that whole thing about teammates, that's completely out the window at this point in time.
Does Dustin Adams and the 13 have enough field to go to the end?
His crew said he's going to be really, really close. Each lap of caution here equals, one caution lap equals, or 2 green laps equals 1 caution lap. So the more that he can get by under caution, the better he is, because he was really, really close when he made that pit stop.
He's doing a great job so far. He led the most consecutive laps here back to back. So about to go green flag racing again as the pace car's in. Green flag in the air. Dustin Adams still out in front as he makes his way into turn 1. 13 out front, but on the outside, 27 Spencer's looking to get it done. He's got a clear track on the inside of him as Spencer dives to the inside. Spencer's all over the 13 as they make their way out of turn 4. Down the front stretch they come into turn 1 as Dustin Adams still out front.
Caution, caution, caution. Huge wreck on the front stretch.
Big wreck on the front stretch. The entire front stretch is closed. These leaders need to check up quick. Huge wreck. A lot of cars caught in that. Definitely ending some nights for some drivers. As you can see, tempers are starting to wear thin as more and more cars are getting collected. We got someone engines blowing up on the front stretch there.
So the 23 of Stephen Wetton is blown up.
Looks like the 89 collected the 3 and a few others there. As these laps start to wind down here, 278 now showing complete in the book. Dustin Adams at this point, if the race continues this way, this is Dustin Adams' race.
Dustin Adams needs to get a good restart.
Yeah, he did. He didn't look like he had a good restart there. I don't know if he spun the tires or what happened, but compared to his other restarts, he wasn't as quick. So you're absolutely right about that. He definitely needs to get a good restart.
Yes, if he doesn't get a good restart, then Spencer is going to be right there.
Spencer knows what it's going to take to win this race. He has to get to the bottom of the track. Starting on the outside, though, is going to be a challenge for him. With coming up to 20 laps to go this time by, he's going to have to make a move. Folks, we've got Dustin Adams here in the booth with us, sir, for an interview, in-car interview.
Dustin Adams, Paul Coleman, talk to us. 20 laps to go. Do you got enough fuel to make it, first of all?
Yeah, I believe I got enough fuel. It's just I got to hold off Spencer. He's got a really strong car, and can't forget about Alex Crabster and Michael Cousins Jr. back there. They're really strong this week, so I just got to hold them off. I believe I got enough fuel, so I'm just trying to hold it off.
All right, that's what everybody want to know up here, the fuel thing. How's your car? How's the run? I mean, amazingly, you've held them off so far. Hugging that bottom. What's your strategy to get to the checkered flag?
Just getting a good restart. Just jumping it, trying to get clear Spencer right before we get into turn 1 and 2, and just don't be nervous. Keep my line. Don't mess up. Just hold them off.
All right, well, it looks like we got one degree, and we're going to let you go. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you about 20 laps at Victory Lane. Good luck.
Thank you.
There you have it. Dustin Adams out your front, your leader in the number 13 car as we're about to go green flag racing again with 18 laps to go. Pace cars in, green flag in the air. Dustin Adams still out in front, but Spencer, great start on the outside, 2 by 2 by 2 as they make their way out of turn number 2. Oh wow, they're bumping doors to door. Great save by both drivers as Dustin Adams is not giving an inch.
Caution's out.
Great racing. Wow, get caution flag back out. Dustin Adams realizes Spencer is right on his outside and they were banging doors there.
The 39's fine.
39 was the one that brought the caution out there. He was running 14th.
Then, from my vantage point, it appears the 19 actually spun the 33 into the 39, so it was a tough break for the 39. Got hit in the rear, didn't even know what was coming.
There you have it, folks. That's a product of short track racing. You can get collected in events that you're not even part of. As the drivers check up, wait for that pace car to catch up here as they make their way into turn number 3. Everything has been Dustin Adams so far these last 100 laps. Can he hold it off with 15 laps to go with 286 in the books?
And one of the things I like to remind people that are new to XCAL, unlike most series where you may have a green-white checker or the caution comes out and will enter to yellow, in XCAL, once we reach lap 195 with 5 laps to go, if there's a yellow flag, they keep racing. So not only will they have to dodge any accidents or anything else on the track, but there's no yellow flag, so Dustin won't be able to cruise and just hold on and win this race under yellow. He's still going to have to race for it.
That is going to lead to an exciting finish. I'm glad they've decided to do that. I know some leagues will do a green-white checkered. Others just completely wave the caution off and let them duke it out to the finish. So we'll definitely see how it comes down to the line here. Both the leaders up front, banging doors, trying to get it done. Spencer realizes that Dustin isn't going to just hand it over to him. He's going to have to work for it. And on the outside is going to be a challenge.
Ramsdale's up to 5th.
Jeff Ramsdale definitely doing a great job for a debut start here in the XCAL Racing, running 5th in the 12th car here. You guys are watching the XCAL Street Stocks race brought to you by TrailerMade Brands, coming up to less than 11 laps to go here, closing in on the 10 to go window.
I think we're good luck in the booth. Everybody we've interviewed are all running in the top 5. So our interview picks are doing quite well.
A lot can change here. 1 lap can put you out of it. So still 10 laps to go. As as we get the 1 to green indication here. Lights out on the pace car as they make their way in through the turn number 4. And here they go. Green flag in the air. Number 13 of Dustin Adams still out front, but he's got a challenge for the lead of the Spencer at 27 on the high side. He does not clear him. They are door to door as they make their way into turn number 3. Oh, Spencer getting loose on the high side. He had to give it up as Dustin Adams out front. Spencer and the 27 caught on the high side. Not the place to be. Making their way into turn number 4. Lap down traffic, pulling off the track. Great job of not affecting the leaders here as Spencer is being challenged by his teammate, 88, Michael Cozy. 2 teammates battling out, not what they need to be doing if they want to win this thing. As they're banging doors, they almost wrecked. Spencer barely holds on to it as he clips the wall, and he's going to lose another position as Jeff Ramsdell is taking it to the inside. Spencer sideways, smoking the tires into the wall. Not looking good on his part. Wow, good save though. His night doesn't look like it's going to finish with a victory yet now. With 7 laps to go, Spencer is all used up at this point. That right rear is smoking hot. Now the battle is between Dustin Adams and Michael Cozy. Dustin Adams with almost a second lead. Does Michael have enough time to get it done as they are rounding through turn number 2? Action-packed racing here as it winds down. Unfortunate break for Spencer. Great job at saving it though as he's going to fight his way back up to the inside of the 44 of Aaron Keith, and he clears him as he's back into the 5th spot. Running out of time. 5 laps to go. Spencer running 5th place. Tires all used up. Into turn 1, the leader goes, still pulling away. Michael Cozy. Does he have enough time to get it done as lap traffic may be a problem? Lap traffic pulls away. Dustin Adams all clear selling at this point. 0.81 second lead over Michael Cozy. 13 Dustin Adams. All to him. 2 laps to go. This is his race to win it here. Single file on back. It looks like there's not going to be a challenge for the lead unless he messes up. White flag coming in this time by. 1 to go. Michael Cozy shaved off a tenth of a second that time by, but he's not going to have enough time. It looks like Dustin Adams, if he clears these last 2 corners coming out of 4, he's going to win this race, and he does. Checkers in the air. Congratulations to Dustin Adams for winning this 300.
For 4th.
Michael Cozy rounds out the top 2 there, and Jeff Ramsdell, congratulations to him on his debut start here, getting 3rd. Podium finish for him. And Spencer seals off top 5 with a 4th place finish. Tough break for him. He tried to make it happen on the outside, just not the place to be.
Yeah, Ramsdell did really good tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching XCAL Racing 300 laps. Exciting event here tonight. Congratulations to your winner, number 13, Dustin Adams. We'll be right back after these messages with words from the leaders. You're watching LSRTV.
All right, here we are back at the end of this race here. We've got Jeff Ramsdell, who's our third place finisher. Jeff, first time in XCAL, third place. Got to be happy, right?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely happy. I mean, I thought I was gonna settle there for fifth with all the cautions happening at the end of the race, but then stuff happened and I found my way in third place, and that was actually a pretty decent end to the race after all those cautions.
As I say, you had a front row seat there for that battle between Preet and Cozy, the two teammates battling it out for second place. What were you thinking as that was going on?
Or I was thinking that I was just talking in the driver channel. Yeah, that was great. Did a heat race, and those two were battling, and they pretty much did the same thing in the heat race that they did right there. So I was kind of hoping it was going to happen, and then it just happened. I'm like, yes, and I got around Spencer there. I thought he was going to keep it going on the high side, but he didn't. He got loose, I guess. I think he did, and I just kept it there.
Good job. Yeah, they're teammates, but they definitely don't race like teammates when there's 10 laps to go. There's a lot of pride between the two of them. So you think you'll come back? Do you think Mark will let you have the keys for another run at this thing?
I don't know, maybe, but I definitely wouldn't mind coming back, and if he needs me to, and running some more races, because this was pretty fun tonight.
I think you did an excellent job subbing. If anybody out there else in XCAL land needs a substitute driver, I think you're definitely the man to go to. Super sub, as they used to call some guys back in IndyCar. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or say hi to while you're out here? Yeah,
I just gotta thank Checkered Flag Interactive, you guys for doing this, and XCAL for hosting this race and their series. It's a lot of fun. I gotta thank Chromatic Graphics also, Rafferty Motorsports, Justin Brooks Designs, and I want to say hi to Anna. I think she's still watching this. I don't know if she sat through all 300 laps or not, but there's a hi for you if you're out there.
Fantastic. Good payoff there for the hide for sitting through the 300. Well, thank you so much, and like I said, we look forward to seeing you back in XCAL again sometime, either as a sub or maybe hopefully someday as a full-time driver.
Yeah, I hope to be back. You guys have fun.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Michael Cozy, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hi, this is Nick up in the booth. First off, congratulations on your runner-up position. Looked like you had a little incident there with Spencer there on that restart. Tell us what was going through your mind when you guys were racing it, banging door to door there.
You know what? First of all, I want to give a huge sorry to Spencer. I know he had probably the best car all night, and you know, I feel really bad about getting up into him. You know, I'm in a tight championship battle, and every position counts. You know, so once I saw him and Dustin get together, I jumped on it, and you know, we were battling so hard, and he was keeping up with me on the high side, and I just drifted up into him. It was all my fault, you know. Hopefully he's not too mad. I'm sure he's probably a little mad, but you know, that's I can definitely understand that.
Well, you know, that's a product of short track racing, and I'm not sure you had a chance to check the results, but he did manage to hold on for a fourth place finish, so he didn't lose too much. He did a great job of saving it, but it made for a very exciting race here coming down to the end. Did you think you had anything for Dustin Adams there when it came down to it?
Well, you know what? Once I got past Spencer, well, I should say once I, you know, got him out of the way, or bumped him out of the way, I had lost so much ground on Dustin. I was thinking in my head, you know, if I let Spencer go, he might be able to catch Dustin, but, you know, I definitely want to get second and try to catch him. You know, I just lost so much track position that I couldn't really get back to him. I was actually talking to him a little bit, helping him with the setup, sort of, kinda. He was having a little bit of trouble, but you know, somehow he got it in victory lane. Big congrats to him, by the way. So you know what? I just lost too much and couldn't get back.
Yeah, we watched you let a bunch of laps there earlier, so we can definitely tell you had a good setup. So I imagine he'll owe you a beer or something for helping him out with the setup. But was there anyone else you want to thank, sponsors, or anything before we let you go?
Yeah, I got quite a few people to thank. First and foremost, sorry, and a big thank you to my teammate Spencer Preet, and also my other teammate Iandro. He's finally back after his a long period of being away, but I definitely want to thank him and apologize yet again. I also want to give a big sorry to David Nannon. I barely clipped him and turned him around. I tried to save him, but you know, I felt so bad about that. I want to say sorry to him. I want to thank Plan B Sales for being on the car. I want to thank Six Guns Paint Shop. I think I said that right. Tex, if you're watching, from William Perry. Does some great paint schemes and got us this one. And also, I want to thank all the troops over there serving and keeping our country safe. I want to thank Aaron Keith and Aaron Hillbush and all the admins for doing all this great work here at XCAL and putting on these great events. I want to thank also you guys for broadcasting. You know, you've only been broadcasting for 2 races now, but every one of them, well, at least the first one anyways, I haven't got to watch the second one, has been awesome, so I definitely appreciate that.
Great. We appreciate the kind words there, and again, congratulations on your runner-up position tonight here. 300 laps completed.
Appreciate it.
Coming up next here is Dustin Adams. We'll hear from the race winner. Dustin, do you have a copy?
Yes, I got you.
Dustin, Nick Lockhart up here in the booth. First off, congratulations. Way to hold on to the victory there. Man, what a race it came down. 10 laps to go. Spencer on the outside. You two were fighting like the gloves were off. Every lap was the last lap, it seemed. Banging doors. Tell us what was going through your mind.
Well, I can't really explain it much. I'm really excited about this win, and I really think I earned it. I had a really bad setup to start off this week, and thanks for the Michael Cozy Jr. for helping me out a little bit. And I got it going, made a couple adjustments to it, and I got that thing turning really nice, and I played a really good pit strategy. I pitted on lap 209, I believe, and I don't know how I hit them off, but I did. I'm just happy to bring it home a winner.
You're going to go back and watch it replay, and you're going to have your jaw drop because, man, I tell you what, I'm surprised both you and Spencer didn't get taken out from that action. You guys were banging doors sideways off the corners. It was very impressive. Great job driving. What was the thought coming to that very last restart? Yeah, I'm not sure if you know, you guys basically last 5 laps to go. You know, it's a green flag only. Was there a concern at all that your tires or your setup wasn't going to be able to make it to the end?
Nah, I had enough gas, and my tires were fine. I was running really good laps. I was just really nervous about trying to hold off Spencer, Alex Crapser, Michael Cozy. They were really strong. Spencer had the dominant car today. I was just really happy to just get the good restarts, and I don't know. I'm still in shock how I held them off. It's just a great day.
Yes, very, very good. Congratulations. Great driving to both of you guys. He did manage to hold on to it, finish 4th, but man, great job. Is there anyone else you want to thank that makes it possible for you?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Little Trees and Armor All for hopping on board this week, and I'd like to thank Michael Cozy once again for helping me out with that setup, and I'd like to thank Six Guns Paint Shop for supplying me with this great paint. And also like to thank all the servicemen and women out there, and hope they all have a safe 4th of July weekend.
Well, thanks, Dustin. Again, congratulations on your win. 300 laps completed here. The XCAL Street Stock Racing by Trailer Made Brands. You guys have been watching LSRTV live, and we look forward to you guys next time, next Thursday. Tune in as XCAL races every Thursday night. From all of us here from the broadcast booth, I'm Nick Lockhart, reminding you to keep it off the grass, and we'll see you around. Thanks for watching.